All right, so today we're going to take a look at FASTLY. It's another stock that we're going to check out, and I want to share with you my thoughts and opinions. Keep in mind, none of these are recommendations to buy, sell, or trade. It's just my own opinion. Now, if you want to grab my opinion, you can do so by going in and checking out our Discord channel right here. There's a lot of great stuff over in the Discord channel where I share some tips and insights along with some stock movers and many other things. Okay, you can also sign up to the newsletter list and grab a lot of freebies on our website at FSLY. There's a lot of great classes that we have coming up, and one next week on risk arrays and managing options through risk arrays. Okay, so let's check out FASTLY here, and as we check this stuff out, what I want to do is give you some take. I mean, the stock is dropping quite a bit. It's down, 30% or so. There's a lot of people that are saying, hey, here's why, here's why, here's why. Really, it doesn't matter. The point is more sellers than buyers. That's all it really means. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Now, as humans, we try to justify that and say, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. Anyway, it's down $9, 31.52% right now. If you look at it just recently, let's just look at the 6 month. You can see this stock's just trending, downward. So the question is this stock dead? I'm going to give you some take here as we look at this stock. Okay, so first let's check out kind of the weekly. What you'll see here is we had the IPO here coming out right there, and then the stock kind of moved sideways and then really exploded, and that's where a lot of people got interested. This explosion move, right? That's a huge markup stage. Then again, we traded sideways, and then since then, that's it. That stock hasn't done anything really since then. So it's just been going down, and we've had a ton of ABCD patterns. For those of you that are into ABCD patterns, there they are. There's one. Here's another one, A, B, C, D. So they keep moving. Now we did have like a little base here, and then the stock kind of based at this level, and then it started to sell off again. So we've got a little bit of issues and problems right here. Let's go to about a 2 or 3 day. So now as the stock continues to move lower, what you're seeing is bearish volume picking up right here. So it does not look good with the stock. There's a lot of high selling pressure, and that's not healthy. So you're looking at kind of support levels right around this price zone, and that's kind of at about $17.50, even at $14. So I think the stock has more room to go. I wouldn't even probably nibble on it. I think it is toast for a while. People probably don't want to hear something like this, and that's only because of this. There's a couple of reasons why I say it's kind of toast. People might wonder why, because they're in the stock, maybe you love the stock, and for me, I'm looking at price action. That's kind of the key for me, and the price action is very strong to the downside. That's one thing. So there's a couple of issues. Number one is kind of the price action, so I'm looking at that. Number two, there's a lot of distribution overhead, so that also means there's overhead supply. So anytime this stock will pop higher, I think you're going to get sellers stepping back into it, especially at certain levels. Like if the stock pops, they'll try to reject. So I think that'll be a little bit of a problem for the stock as well. And it's also very new. The stock is kind of new. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it takes time to digest and build momentum and energy. So when it's new and it's just a recent IPO, it takes time. So for now, we're really just moving sideways between this $20 and $100 range. And, and now we're pulling back down. So when you're really looking at it, that trend is kind of to the downside. I mean, we haven't had any great substance besides kind of this 2020 early part of the year. The rest of the time, the stock's been down. So if you really just check things out on a month-to-month basis, I mean, we got a lot more red bars. Just look at it. A lot more red bars than maybe a few big green bars, but that is it. So if you're buying into this, you're kind of thinking, well, hopefully we get some more green bars. But unfortunately, statistically, you're looking on there's a lot of red bars there that are piling in. And, the volume is not huge on the sell side, but if this starts breaking this level, there might be some people that'll panic, and the stock could be, a $10, $5 stock. So that's the part that concerns me about moves like this. They're a bit concerning, and that's where, these stocks, they can, crash, and it can be very sad for a lot of people because it can pull back in a big way. So be careful on stuff like this. They can turn very quickly on you. And yes, you can have some nice, great pops. But right now it may come up, and from a shorter term perspective, it may come up and retest kind of this line and level. And then I would probably expect it to kind of reject around those levels, whether it's at the gap level here, or a little higher there. So yeah, you might have some bounces here and there, but there's a lot of weakness here in this company right now, at least in the stock, not necessarily the company, the stock, the investing side, because the company might be great underneath the surface, underneath the hood, but even stuff like Netflix has been selling off. The market weakness and all that stuff, it really can create problems. So right now with the market the way it is, these stocks are, they got to be perfect to keep moving higher. And right now it's not the case. And that stock was way at higher prices around 117. And yeah, it pulling back in a big way. So anyway, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Definitely check out the Discord channel. You get a lot of cool stuff in there. And check out the FSLY website where you can sign up to one of our classes on risk arrays, managing capital. We've got some new great classes in there as well, from technical analysis trading and option trading as well. All right, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of the week, and I will see you next time.